Okay, hello everyone. This is another J. Andrew stream. Now, I know on our last deep search, we were talking about a fellow named Eric Mchenry. Well, today I guess I have an expert on Eric Mchenry. So, what drew you to Eric Mchenry?
Well, back in, 2013,
Yeah.
a friend of mine was on Omegle at the time. I think because, as I was telling you on Twitter, he was promoting
Yeah.
his YouTube channel, and Eric pops up out of nowhere. So my friend gives him his YouTube channel. I'm guessing Eric gave him his as well, and so he was telling me about it, and he thought nothing of it. And I think it was quite late. This is about November, December time. So it wasn't until 2014, in about I think it was February time, I get a message off of Hyperspace. He was commenting in your he left you a
Yeah.
comment on the other
Yeah,
video.
yeah, saw that.
Yeah, so he sends me a message saying, "Oh, Eric's live streaming tonight. You should pop in." I was like, "Okay," not knowing who this guy was. So I pop into his live stream, and then as I'm watching him, because he's a very weird creature, I must say, old Eric.
Yeah, he is
He's a
weird,
very, very,
unusual.
he would, in his live streams, and it's a shame that they're not on his channel anymore, because
Wait, who did stream? Just to make that clear.
Yeah, he used to live stream, but he would only do it for like special occasions. Like, oh, it's my 100th video, my 150th video, etc., etc. So I go into this live stream, not knowing who this guy is. So I'm looking at his channel at the time and looking at some of the title of his videos, as I'm sure you've seen yourself.
Yes.
There's just these walls of text, and I'm like, this guy's like he's got to be a hidden gem or something.
Yeah.
So we're watching his live stream, and he mutes all of us in the chat, and we try and like unmute ourselves and try and sort of like say like random shit. I don't know. Am I right to swear on your streams?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Okay. Yeah, I probably should have checked beforehand. But yeah, we would just like say just random stuff, and he would clock onto it, and he would just like kick us from it. It was really stupid. What else is it? The thing is, there's such like this rabbit hole of Eric is like for a guy that does nothing. There's so much to like talk about.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'll tell you how I first encountered him. Somebody made a topic about him on the deep to YouTube subreddit about this guy who made like videos every day, but they were about nothing. He just pumped them out like every day, and that's how I first saw him. Like, so after a while, I noticed that there was something unusual about him. Like, he keeps rambling on, but after a while, I noticed like sometimes he just does say like hidden gems or that kind of thing. It's like, what the hell is he talking about? I actually got a group of people that's interested in trying to get him into our like voice chat thing.
But you'll never do that. Like we tried for a number of years, and he would never do it. But yeah, I remember. I think it was a couple of months ago. I don't know if you know any of these guys, but there's this stream called The Other Stream on Twitch, and they were commenting on one of his videos. So I popped over there, and I was like, "What's going on? How do you guys find Eric?" And it's just some random guy just had him as a recommended video, and just like this whole new like scene of people watching Eric. Like we've tried. Like me and Hyperspace, we tried for years to try and like big him up and like get him, like try and get him somewhere, like as a joke, just to see what would happen. But it's just his videos are just so boring and he just rambles on. Like I've even like said it to my friends. He's like, "Who is this guy?" Like I'm surprised he hasn't even messaged me today because. Literally because I've got him on Facebook and like either Facebook or Instagram, he'll just message me random like things. Like what was he messaging me about yesterday?
Well, it seems like he's deleted his Instagram and Twitter because one of my friends was trying to add him, but we found out that the Twitter and Instagram were gone.
It's probably an old link. His Instagram is called Disney Parks Rule, of all things.
Wait, so it's Disney Park Rules?
Yep, that's the one.
All right, let me see. What kind of name is that?
But and also as well, it's like Eric M loves tropical islands. Like you can, I couldn't make this up. It is. But like he'll just message me about random shit, and like as I'm from like the UK, like it'll be 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get a message like, "What movie should I watch today?" Or should I do this or should I do that? It's like what?
Okay, I found them. For everyone in the chat, is Disney Parks? Wait, yeah, I think. At first, I couldn't find it because I thought there's an S at the end, but there's no S at the end. But I'm gonna follow him right now. Disney. Actually, I'll put it in the chat because people are curious about how to contact him.
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions for me, just throw them my way, and I'll. Oh, you want? I think he's still got Twitter. I'll have a look.
All right.
I mean, I can give you his Facebook if you really want it.
We were too interested in the Facebook because we did see that was still active, but
yeah, the Facebook's probably the like the main, like that's where you'll see all of his like message, like all of his. He doesn't even follow me on Twitter. What one asshole!
Yeah,
he might have even deleted his Twitter.
Yeah, we think that. So the best way to actually contact him would be Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook or Instagram.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that. Well, have you seen the? All right. Yes, you said like his peak was like or his golden age was like 2014, 2018, but it seems like I know he's picking up more stream right now.
Yeah, so when we discovered him, he was pretty much at the start of like his peak. Like his videos, they were quite funny because most of them had like a topic of he would be calling someone out, or people would wind him up in the comments from the previous day, and he would go into the next day talking about the comment from the previous day. And he would do more sort of personalized things. So he would do like an Ask Eric where people would comment questions, and like we would comment like hundreds of questions, like some appropriate, some inappropriate, just to see how he would answer it. But now that he's discovered that he can turn comments off or he can filter them, because you could put a comment, I'm sure you probably have, I'm sure people in the stream have, you could put a comment in and it won't appear. It's because he goes through and approves it, and he'll like literally just deletes half of them these days.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. For a while, I stopped like watching his videos because I couldn't comment on it anymore. I just leave a dislike. That's what I would. But I noticed recently he turned the comments back on. So
yeah, he turned them back on, but now he sort of filters them. So it's
okay.
If he thinks the comment is good, he will allow it. If not, he'll just get rid of it. But yeah, I'm on his channel now, and I'm just looking at him, and I just think all the videos he's deleted. I would love to have shown you some of them from the past because they were like some of his best.
Well, it does seem he still generates some good content, but I don't know. Yeah, but like, what was his best? Like,
the best videos I enjoyed were probably his live stream like highlights, because we'd always just go back through them and just laugh at them because they were just so funny. I would just wind him up and ask him
like nobody decided to mirror these videos or.
No, well, I've now started making like a collection of like Eric's best videos just in case he ever deletes them. And I wish I did that sooner, because then I would have just been able to, oh, here you go, just watch this video and like from the archive. But no, I didn't think he'd delete them. It was just one day I just wake up, go on his channel, and it's just like a wipe. He just wiped all the videos.
Wait, are you Rex and Tina?
No, that's not me.
Okay. Because he he recently put out a video of Eric Mchenry's recent highlights.
Oh, that's the guy from that other stream. He's one of those guys over there. Like I went into their group once and I was chatting to them about him. They're just trying to be like, I know Eric. Like like people calling me out. They were like, no, you don't know him. And then I was like saying, oh, here's some messages. Here's this. Here's that. And they were like, oh shit, you actually know who he is.
Yeah. So there's like groups that follow Eric, I guess.
Yeah, back in the day, I don't know if you've seen, but there's like messages from people like Ray Guns and
Yeah,
like people like that. JB Money. Like,
I believe I've seen that.
Yeah, they've been gone for a long time. They were back in the day. Has anyone called his dad and gotten him grounded? No, there was a video in the. I'm just reading the comments in the stream. There was a video once.
No, that's another user we know. His name was Fears, and you kind of sound like this guy that actually gave this guy a phone call and got him grounded.
Oh, really? That's quite funny.
You kind of sound like this guy that people kind of like badger to, this guy named Fears. So I guess that's what Joey's referring to. Yeah, this guy named Moody, somebody mentioned to him, like, damn, we too late. Sad Moody's older brother Don found him. But how big were these groups?
What with Eric? There were literally just a couple of people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're all individuals. Like my friends and I, there was about 4 or 5 of us, and we would just wind them up all the time in the comments. Back in his golden age. So did you just randomly just find Eric on Reddit then?
Oh, pretty much, and I kind of followed him for a while. It's been a year, I think.
Oh, so you've known Eric for quite a while, or watched his videos for quite a while.
Yes. I know, it's just fascinating how he would make these videos and nobody would watch. I kind of felt kind of bad for him, because it's what's the point of making videos if you have no audience? So sometimes I would link his videos on Reddit, and he did start, maybe got a little more traction.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think when I first started following him, he had about 180 subscribers. And in the last sort of 6-7 years, he's just slowly got to 300.
Yeah.
I just don't really understand how he can personally get away. I think he's 31.
Yes, he is.
He can just get away with just sat at home doing bugger all. Yeah. I wish I could do that. I mean, I started working when I was 16, and that was nearly 10 years ago. I'm 25 now.
Yeah.
I just think I've been working, and he's just been sat at home all day in one of the nicest parts of the world, California, and just can get away with it.
Well, I guess some people's parents or the American structure kind of helps those people out in a way.
Yeah, I don't even think he gets financial benefits, though. I think he literally just, because he says he does laundry and does the shopping for his parents. I think that's how he gets by.
Yeah.
And then this is quite controversial. He talks about he's going to get a movie in that, and you probably wonder how he gets the money for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I've known about what he said about jobs is he once made a video saying, I worked hard.
Oh, yeah.
He had a job 3 months, 10 years ago.
Yeah. The way he gets his money is that he'll go, when he does his shopping, he'll buy gift cards with the money that his dad will give him, and times it's $50-$60 gift cards he'll buy on iTunes. It's how do you get away with it? If I did that to my parents, they'd bloody kill me.
Yeah,
I couldn't get away with that.
That's true. It's I don't know. It's he keeps talking about wanting to be a bar back, or eventually become a bartender, but it's I don't know. It's like, what steps is he taking? But then again, it's Corona time, so I guess he can't really move forward. But I don't know if he actually wants to move forward and actually get a job. But he's mentioned in the past couple of months about becoming a barback and eventually a bartender.
Yeah, he spoke about that for a long time, but I think he's gone off that. I think his new thing is that he wants to be like a movie reviewer, like something like that.
A movie reviewer? No, I didn't. I didn't really hear about that. Maybe I've been catching up too closely, but his big thing seemed like he wanted to be like a bartender.
Yeah, I mean, this is more sort of like the personal messages that he sends between me and him.
Oh, the personal messages. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, some of his personal messages, they are very, very weird. I will tell you about some of them. I think a couple of months ago on Instagram, he was followed by this fake account that was a girl.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the ones that will message you and it's like, go to this website, blah blah blah. He genuinely thought it was like a woman, and he was asking me to like investigate her. And as soon as I looked at it, and I thought, yeah, you're a bot. Like, I'm not looking into this. But I would sort of like egg him on to be, oh yeah, no, she's legit and all this, and she was sending him nudes and stuff. Obviously, fake nudes.
Yeah.
Which was quite amusing. Like with Eric these days, like if I know he's going to get himself, like I'm sort of I'll just watch him and just make sure he doesn't do anything like really stupid. Like I'm not an asshole, and I wouldn't let him go out and be like, oh, if they were like, oh, give money, I'd be like, no, don't do that. That's a fake account. Like, don't waste your money. Stuff like this is just amusing, just to see what he would do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to him. It's like,
oh no, he's not a bad guy, and I'm sure he means well. He's just a lazy prick.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I don't know. It's like, but there may be like something mentally up with him. We're not.
Yeah, I mean,
something that doesn't like trigger him to like, you know, go get a job. Like, I know, better himself in any way. It's just, but then again, I don't know what he's doing to better himself or how he really acts in real life. So, but there's something a little off, I guess.
Yeah, well, me and a friend of mine, we were talking about this a couple of months ago at Hyperspace again, and we genuinely think he's kind of autistic.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes,
like he has all these dates. Yeah. Has all these dates. He's like, oh, it's so and so until this date, and he does all these like he does Vlogmas, Vlogember, Vlogtober, whatever the fuck. And he'll have everything set, and everything's got to be in a set way. And if it's not, then it displeases him. So like we genuinely think he's kind of autistic.
Yeah.
In some shape or form.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's a comment. Mari Monroeville says, "Sounds like my friend. He flirts with Instagram bots and gives Russian cam girls his credit card number." Well, Jesus. Mari, I hope your friend learns not to do that.
Yeah, it's not, especially like cam girls and that. God knows what they can do. Half the time, it's probably just blokes and they're just playing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just playing videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even though Eric, you know, it seems like sometimes he's a whole lot of nothing, but he is interesting. I mean, I was watching that highlight video, that recent one, and he said that his biggest regret was that in high school, he didn't get down on one knee and propose to some girl at prom. It's like,
oh yeah, that's he's kept that story going on for years, but there's always a thing that happened to him in high school that he'll never talk about, and I think I know what it is. I think I've worked it out from what he's told me and what I've kind of sussed out at him.
What is?
I mean, this could be completely factual. Like this could do not take my word for this at all.
Okay, yeah, I won't take your word for it because
I believe,
Eric. So
I believe he groped someone in his high school days. I believe that. I think that is like about 60% true, but like, don't take my word for it. It could be completely false, and I don't want to get false accusations. But
yeah,
I would say I'm pretty confident that's right.
So he groped somebody in high school, and I guess he got punished for it or something like that.
I think so, because he always goes on about how like he wished he never did it, and he would never speak of it. And one night we were just randomly talking about it on, I think, Facebook, and he just like said that he touched a girl inappropriately at one point. So I believe it probably obviously was groping. But
so let's say the story is true and he groped somebody. Do you think that event, in some sort of bizarre way, kind of like, I don't know, stalled them in like maturing and like getting women in a way?
I wouldn't really say so. I mean, literally, he's always struggled with, I think, with women or females as he calls them.
Yes.
Again, no disrespect to him. He's not like the prettiest, handsome fella going. Like, no way at all. I think it's just like his personality. Like, he talks about how he could get with all, like, when he messages me, he'll always say, "Oh, I'm going to get with this YouTuber, or I'm going to get with this celebrity," like the works, and he'll just talk about it. And he'll say, "Oh, one day me and, this YouTuber, we're going to be together and we're going to do this and that." And it's just like, Eric, take a step back for a second. But he won't accept it. If I tell him to like take a step back or like rethink what he's saying, he's like, no. Like, he'll just completely like shaft me and say, "Oh, no, I can do it." And it just boggles the mind.
Yeah.
It's just like, how can you be so set in thinking that this YouTuber is going to get with you, someone that's never heard of you?
Yeah, like Eric, he does have like an obsession with YouTubers and like,
he can't get enough of it.
Yeah, and he kind of, in a way, he has said before that he wants to get big, but then when people troll him, it's like, okay, I'm just going to shut off my comments. And he talks about possibly leaving YouTube, and it's kind of like, what?
Yeah.
Have you talked about like leaving YouTube before, like in the past?
Many a time. Yeah. Like, one of his videos was, "I'm going to disappear from this platform for 9 months," and then like 2 months later he comes back. I think that video is still up, actually. Also, he did make a gaming channel ages ago, and there's one video on there, and it's a Minecraft video. I don't know if I could post in the chat, but if anyone wants a link, well, I could just send it to you on Twitter. I could just do that, couldn't I?
Okay, yeah.
So that's the only video.
You can also, I think, you can put the channel name in the link to her.
So it's literally just the same. It's just Eric Mchenry again.
What? Wait,
I've sent you the link on Twitter, so you can have a look for yourself.
What? Eric Mchenry? It's the same thing? How?
I've no idea.
Okay. Well,
but this took a long time for us to get him to make as well. We wanted this for quite a while.
Yeah.
And we would just beg him, and eventually he did it. And then he was like, "No, I'm not going back to it now," which is disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric seems, I guess, focused on being a vlogging star.
He'll never get there.
Yeah.
He's too lazy. He won't edit his videos.
Yes, that's the main complaint I've heard. He won't edit his videos. They just ramble on and on. But it's also like if people notice like his cringe, and that could propel him. But it's also like if he goes too far, he's probably gonna delete things. He's not gonna let you comment. So it's like,
yeah, it's a very strict, very, very strict. Like it has to be on his terms.
Yes.
Like, he won't allow a lot of stuff on his channel, but he'll just keep going. He'll keep going for years and years and years until either A, his parents are like, you need to get a job, or, you know, fuck off sort of thing, or he gets a job and just sort of does a bit of both. But
yeah, I don't understand like why Eric, you know, like would get a job. I mean, and still do YouTube. Like Eric talks about working hard, but he can't propel himself to do a job. It's
yeah, he's never worked a hard day in his life. Like we could probably all agree on that.
Yeah. It's like you also said that Eric deleted a lot of his videos.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he's probably deleted about 75% of his videos.
Like, what propelled him to say, "Okay, I'm going to delete almost everything"?
I think it was something along the lines of he just didn't like them or something like that, or something to do with a girl that he liked, and if she ever found his channel and he saw those videos, then she would be like, "What?" And again, that's like, to me, what? But there's still some good videos on there, like how to impress the girls.
Oh yeah, that's
Nathan's dad. That's a good one. I love females. Decisions.
Oh yeah, I love females is a classic where Eric complained like, "Oh, I have too many male viewers.
Yeah,
more female viewers." But like, you don't really appeal to female viewers. It's not like you're some sort of beauty guru or something like that.
Back in the day when he used to film with what I believe was a potato, because if you watch the video decisions, like the video quality is utter shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's awful. There were two other videos like that. One was called the good and the bad, and there was another one.
Yeah. And
it's just like, what are you filming on?
Yes, there is definitely that old aesthetic to it. Let me read some more comments. Shout out to Pixel Protocol, who says, Fears was obsessed with YouTube too. Casey Nastat and McJuggers Nuggets. Fears is another YouTuber we know, and I guess he reminds people of Eric in a way, but he has a job though.
Yeah, I think Eric is like just a unique case of how, because I'm probably sure these other guys can just get away with it.
Yeah.
But like they do a job, and you know, YouTube on the side, which is like a passion thing for them.
Yes, yeah.
But you know, if they're getting along in life, they've got their own place and the like. Then you know, fair enough. But so Eric, I think, is just a unique case. I think it was a very, very sort of like 1 in a million chance that the friend of Hyperspace came across him. Because I'm sure we would have found him anyway, because we were always looking for people like this.
So do you know anyone else kind of like Eric, I guess?
Not really, because when we found Eric, we just sort of set on him. We just watched him for years.
Yes.
But like, so there are some videos on here as well. Like, I'm just looking at his most popular. I think I'm looking at his most popular. Yeah, like how they've all got like over 1,000 views. Like before, they just had like 20 or 10.
Yeah. All right. Let me read some more comments. A user by the name of Big Spooky B. Has Eric ever witnessed any paranormal events or cryptozoology encounters like Bigfoot or goblins?
I don't think so. He talks about how he believes in that sort of stuff, though. Like he does believe in the paranormal. Like he's talked about ghosts before and supernatural beings. And then half the time in those conversations, I just lose interest.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric does have a tendency to ramble about a subject and not really go anywhere with it. It's just like he's just repeating himself, or like it's not very interesting.
Yeah, like, I mean, these days, I will watch one of his videos and within 2 minutes, I've turned it off. I'm like, I can't watch this. It just, as you say, rambles on and on and on and on. And
I guess you really need like somebody to highlight his good points, like make a compilation like that Rex Santina person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those other guys, say Rex, Santina, and there's a couple others. I think like born in 1500. Like I've spoken to them before, and they seem like a decent group. And I think they've even given up on Eric now.
Yeah, it's all right. Let me read another question. Has anyone ever suspected that Eric may be a lizard person?
Oh God, yeah, probably. He's probably just this immortal being that he's just testing us all. Like I did, like me and Hyperspace, we always like laughed about this, saying that Eric's probably like just completely well off, and like over here we just sort of we're laughing at him, but we'll probably find out one day he could like inherit like millions of dollars and they'll just be living in a mansion.
Yeah,
it would be pretty funny to see that happen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's not a poor person. I mean, he has an okay, decent room.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, some of the pictures I've seen, like, I believe it's his house. He's got like a swimming pool. Like some of his other videos, he shows off like his house.
What?
He's got like a really nice sort of like living area. I mean, over here, I live in the street like a three-story house, and with like the floor space of like just like a shop.
Wow.
I don't know what it's like for you. Whereabouts are you from? Did you say?
I'm from New Jersey.
I don't know what it's like over there, but say
I'm close to New York City. It's decent.
Yeah, I guess I can't complain too much.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I went to New York about 5 years ago. Nice city, and a lot going on.
Yes, a lot going on.
I don't know if you've ever been to the UK before.
Actually, I did go a couple of years back towards the London area.
Okay, yeah,
I'm spread out. Very spread out, like compared to like the other European cities. Like I've also been to like Amsterdam and like Berlin, and London is very like spread out. You really need like a car to like get to a place. That's what I.
Yeah, I'll say the tube. Yeah. The tube's good enough. I would never drive in London. To be honest, driving over here is a nightmare. I'm pretty sure it is over there as well, but.
Yeah, it does have its good points and its bad points, but yeah.
I mean, your highways are like, your highways are just straight roads. Over here, you're turning and that every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to Eric though. Like my one like thing I'm gonna do in my life is I will meet Eric in real life. No matter how long it takes, I will meet him in real life.
But how would you get Eric to agree to that?
Well, we talked about it before. I've always said, if I came over to, the States and was in the neighborhood, would you come out, for a drink or something? And he'd be like, yeah, I probably would. But knowing Eric, he would decline. That me and Hyperspace, we do plan on one day just going over there and just trying to find him.
Well, one thing Eric has mentioned, somebody pointed this out, is that he likes to go to bars and drink just energy drinks there.
Oh God, yeah, he drinks probably an unhealthy amount of energy drinks. Like he always goes on about drinking Monster and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Red Bull.
Yes. Like when he did his live streams, was he always hopped up on like energy drinks, or how was he in his live streams?
Not really. He just sort of, half the time he would talk to us and we would type back to him. And occasionally he would let us speak. But other than that, he would just be sat on his phone playing like games on his phone, or he'd just be on his computer and that. And just sort of, it was us just watching him. Because we were all on like Skype and that, and we would just be like laughing, like saying, what should we do next to wind him up, sort of thing.
I mean, all right. Also, I'd like to shout out to David Wendell. Thank you for watching. So, like, what would you say is the best thing, like, the best wind-up? Like, what really got him going that you guys did to him? Or asked, or does anything stick out?
It probably wasn't as much in the live streams because he was very hot on us. If we would ask something inappropriate, he would just kick us. Kick us for the stream. But I think occasionally we would play videos, like, because on like when there's like loads of people, it would come up bigger on the screen.
Yeah.
So one time, this is probably one of the funniest things, that we nearly got him banned. I think my mate was playing porn on his stream. So he was playing that, and he just came up on like Eric's screen. You could just see it on the live stream. I think there was about 10 people watching at the time, and he was just playing like porn, and you could hear it. And I think Eric was out of the room at the time, and you hear him stomping back up to his room to like quickly turn it off. And we had it playing for at least 30, 45 seconds, and we thought, because we were just trying to sort of get him like taken down, get him banned for like a day, because we thought it would be funny. It never happened though, because I think he was just too small of a channel.
Yeah.
That's probably like the closest we got to having a good laugh, because he proper raged us then. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
But we also try and sort of use like English slang terms that he doesn't really understand.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know the term nonce at all.
I think I've kind of heard it. Not
basically, basically just means like paedophile.
Yeah. Oh.
So I got Eric, I'm pretty sure it was either in the comment of one of his videos or he said it, that he said that he was a nonce. I'm pretty sure I've got the picture. We said it was like National Nonce Day or something, and we said he had to say that he was a paedophile. And we got him to say it, and we got him to put it in his. I think I've got a picture of it. I will try and find it. Oh yeah, there it is. I can't remember what the title of the video was. Something about, this is back in May. God, was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Let me send this to you.
Okay. So,
yeah, so we sort of thought, if we can't get him to say like generic things, we'll just get him to say like stuff in English slang, because we would know what he means, but he doesn't technically know what he's saying.
Yes.
There's an image of it. It's the top line. I mean, you may even be able to go back and watch that video, and he may actually say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top line of his description. Yeah, world in the light, blah 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 blah. As today's YouTube.
I would like to say that I'm a nonce.
Yep, that he is a paedophile. That's probably the best thing we've got out of him in recent times.
Yeah, I can't believe that no one wants to take credit that they have delusions and fantasies in this.
Yeah, give that video a watch, because he may actually say it.
Yeah, I think I've seen him, and he says it's odd that he's talking about like people admitting that they have delusions and fantasies, and I think he did admit to something delusional. I don't know. I kind of forget what it was, but
yeah, I think it was more of him just saying that he's just going to do like he's going to go here and there,
or he's going to marry a YouTube star, something.
Yeah, that's the one, something like that. And now he says he's going to go to like Disneyland, and when he pays nothing towards it.
I mean, he can go to Disneyland. He's not probably going to pay it, but I think that's a little more realistic than him saying, "Oh, I'm going to marry a YouTube star," because he has mentioned that he's going to meet a YouTuber and marry her, or something like that.
Yeah. He likes his sports as well. He always goes on about his sports teams, the 49ers, the Golden State Warriors, the Giants.
Yes, he's like from the San Francisco area, so he has mentioned that a lot. Yes.
He used to follow the Oakland Raiders back in the day. There was a video where he would talk about it, and then I think the 49ers got to a Super Bowl or something, or they did really well one season.
Yes.
Back in, like, I think it was like 2012, 2013, and he then switched. And he is adamant that he's supported them like all his life. Because I try and get him into like soccer or football. That it's usually just a really short chat whenever we talk about it.
Yes, the Oakland Raiders are bad for a long time, so I can see why maybe Eric wanted to bandwagon.
Yeah, he jumped ship. Yeah. I mean, we could sort of take like a little trajectory into sports. Do you like sports? Are you a big sports fan?
I do like baseball, American football.
Yeah.
Sometimes basketball and
soccer. You like a bit of that?
A little bit, yeah.
Any team strike your fancy?
Actually, not really. Like, I can watch a soccer game, but I don't really watch that much.
No, you don't really sort of have a team. I guess you're probably a Jet or a Giant.
Yeah,
yourself?
I'm a Giant fan. A Giant fan for football, a Met fan for baseball. Basketball, I have liked the Brooklyn Nets in the past. As for soccer, sometimes I would watch when America was in the World Cup.
Yeah.
When they did make it. All right.
You got out of the group stage, I think. Yeah, I've been to a match. I think it was New York City versus Toronto at the is it the Met? No, it's not the MetLife. Where the
Red Bull Soccer Stadium?
No, the other one.
Oh, the MetLife. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It was the MetLife.
Yeah.
Queens, I think, if that's right.
Wait, no, the MetLife Stadium is in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Yeah,
it might have been there.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Otherwise, it's going to eat away at me.
Okay, so Joey with the number says.
Oh, the Yankee Stadium. That was it.
Oh, the Yankee Stadium. Okay. I've never.
Yeah, I went there and watched the game. That was quite good.
All right, so Joey with the number says he can marry Carrie. She's a YouTube star. And he also says J. Andrew has to like the Jets. It's the law. No, Joey acting like the Giants. Yeah, but Carrie's this YouTube person we know. She does streams and whatnot. And she's just a female that will I guess do about almost anyone.
Maybe we should hook her up with Eric. That'd be quite funny.
But I do think she likes younger men, so.
Oh God, was she quite old?
Kinda. She's like in her 40s.
Oh really? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely hook her up with Eric. That'd be quite funny.
She does have the same lifestyle as Eric as well.
Well, she just has anyone got a link to this channel?
Oh, the Carrie show.
Anyone could post me a link. That'd be quite. I'll have a little look.
I'll have you. But she hasn't done much lately.
Oh, she not?
Well, she's still around, but she's not doing. I heard she used to be wilder in her videos, but yeah, Joey said she had Keemstar on her stream once.
Jesus, that's quite big.
Like her live stream got like hacked and like thousands of people went to her live stream.
There's just one thing. One thing with YouTube is that if you get big, it could be a blessing. But if you get big for the wrong reason, it can be a curse.
It can be. So I'll send you the link to her.
So I mean, how long have you been doing YouTube for? Would you say?
Like about 4 years.
Well, okay, and I guess you don't really. Yeah, and I guess you probably don't really expect much for it. You sort of do it for more the passion of.
Yeah.
Because is it poetry you do, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, do what you got to do.
Yes.
Do you do it for like a living, or do you just do it for fun?
Poetry, more for fun, like.
Yeah.
I actually work in the accounting department, so.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you got a job on that, Eric.
Yeah. Yes. It's been about 9 years since I haven't, 9 years that I've worked straight, so it's like.
Really? How old are you now?
Like 31.
Oh, okay. You got your own place?
Wait, no, 32.
You don't even know.
Yeah. All right.
You got your own place, or?
Well, at the moment, I'm living with family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just went back to school, to get my accounting master's, which I just finished. So I'm trying to get a better accounting job. Because I wasn't originally an accounting major, so I'm more doing a career transition.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Joe the number said she had the shits last week.
I've
Yeah,
just found a channel.
yeah, she got
Jesus.
food poisoned or something. We're not sure, but she had to go to the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, to have her checked out. But I hear she's doing better. But
I
yeah,
guess that's the only thing with healthcare in, say, America is you've got to pay for it. Over here, we're very, very fortunate that it's
yes, you
free.
gotta pay for it. I mean, depending on the insurance you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of it can be really good, but also if you have nothing, it's kind of
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here we're quite lucky because we get it for free. But you wouldn't believe the amount of people that take it for granted. There's so many people. Like before coronavirus happened, you have people everywhere moaning that, like, oh, the NHS is shit. You know, we have to wait in accident and emergency or ER for hours and hours and hours. And then this all happens and people take a massive U-turn and they're clapping in the streets for all the key workers. And it's like, 8 months ago you were moaning that you were waiting. And I've said when this is all over, it's just going to go back to the way it was.
As Pixel Perkle says, here in the U.S., we just die if we can't afford it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Like, I think because did Obama try and sort it out, get free healthcare?
All right, Obama tried this thing called Obamacare, but it was kind of watered down because the politicians didn't want him to have like this thing people want called single payer, which would have made things a little more easier. But it's like, so pretty much all people have is Obamacare, and Trump's trying to get rid of it, but he doesn't really have an alternative. So instead of having something, they kind of want to have people to have nothing and just pay for their insurance and pretty much.
I was watching the debate last night between him and Biden, and they were talking about it, and he was saying that. I don't think he was saying he wants to get rid of it. I mean, I don't really follow American politics.
Yeah.
I sort of stick to my own, which is just pretty much the same. But yeah, he was saying something like, "Oh, how he's going to like alternate it and make it, good for everyone." Like, you just got to look at the NHS over here and just sort of model it off of that. It's free for everyone.
Yeah,
and it does work. It does work when you've got enough staff and the doctors aren't walking out all the time. But it does work. Like, I mean, touch wood, I've hardly ever had to use it, but it does work. And you just got to stop. You just got to stop milking people that need healthcare in the States.
It seems like, I know, politicians are just, a certain number of politicians are just really scared to give people universal health care because then all the pharmaceutical companies won't make as much money, the insurance companies, so...
Yeah, that's the thing.
Some of them are beholden to them to,
It's pretty sad when governments will prioritize profits over people's health. I think that's absolutely wrong.
Yeah, that's not really...
Because I work in the mental health sector. I only work as like a housekeeper, but from what I've understood is that literally people in mental health over here, from what I've heard and noticed, is that they will go to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
So if a patient is very, very mentally deranged, they'll cost more to sort of look after. And all these healthcare homes in and around will go after them because they'll make them money. And they just have like this profit mentality when staff are being assaulted and abused, but the higher ups don't care because they're making money.
Yes.
And I think it's an absolute disgrace that people's mental health is being abused for money. I think it's absolutely wrong. I mean, I don't want to get into a tangent of politics and what I think of that, because that's not what we're here for. We're talk about Eric.
Yeah, Eric Mchenry, who himself may have some mental health problems.
Yeah, I reckon he's got something.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it's like, Eric Mchenry, I mean, what kept you, I guess, going with Eric? Just trying to rile him up?
When we first started talking to him, that's what we did try to do mainly, because we thought he was quite an easy target. Because we watched his videos and thinking, oh, we can rile him up here quite easily, and then we sort of we added him on Facebook and we were talking to him on there. And I'd probably say I guess I'm friends with him. I'd say, in a sense, like an acquaintance / friend sort of thing. Like we talk near enough every day, nearly enough about shit I don't really care about, but I mean I'll go along with it.
Yeah.
Just so he knows he's got someone to like chat to.
Do you think he has any real life friends? He keeps mentioning friends, but they're never on camera or.
Yeah, he says he does, and I've seen pictures of him with like friends of his, and I mean I don't know how often he sees them, but he's been to clubs with them before. He goes to like restaurants or bars with them.
Wait, he's been to clubs actually?
Yeah, he's been to a couple of clubs. I've said again his pictures. He's been to a few clubs, a few bars, and yeah, he'll always comment about something that's going on. Like his last post was from the 16th of September about how he's impatient and crazy.
Impatient and crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long I've been friends with Eric for. I think it's been probably about 5-6 years, I reckon.
By the way, how did you find my video that was talking about Eric?
So the way I found you was that I literally just typed into YouTube Eric Mchenry, and then I saw Rex's video at the top.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I wonder who else is talking about it. So I scrolled down and I see you, and then I clicked on the link and I was going through the video. I was like, oh shit, you're watching this video. This is great. This is someone else who's found him. And then I gave it a watch.
Okay.
And then thought that you probably want a bit more information about him.
Yeah, this is good. So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've covered everything now anyway. I mean, I can't really think of much else.
Well, let me.
I mean, I could have probably reached out to Hyperspace, or Jake, as he's called, who's the one who originally found him.
Okay. So, what do you think Eric's gonna do in the future? Do you have any ideas? Or
it's either gonna be he'll get kicked out of his home and he'll be forced to, I don't know, I guess live with his brothers or something like that, or I hate to say this, but he'll just live at home for the rest of his life, just doing what he's doing now, making YouTube videos.
Do you think Eric can somewhat change a little bit, or?
I mean, for years I've been saying to him, like, look, Eric, like on the serious note, you need to get a job. You need to do something with your life, because you're not going to be able to live at home for the rest of your life. Because I think his parents are retired, from what I understand. Wow. And like, I don't know how old they are. And like, no disrespect to Eric, but in the next 20, 30 years, they're probably not going to be around for much longer, or they're going to need to go in like a care home or something. They're not going to be able to live. He's not going to be able to keep the house and afford to pay it.
Unless he has some sort of inheritance, like you said before.
Possibly, yeah. But unless, or the crazy option is, the wild card is that his YouTube channel, for whatever reason, takes off and he's got millions of subscribers and making lots of money. Which I highly doubt.
Yeah.
He's got a Patreon as well, and I highly doubt anyone wants to pay towards that. I think he gets about $1 a month.
I think it's $2 now.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, people do it as a joke.
You got Dragon Ear asking about who Eric is.
Oh well, Dragon's Ear on. Eric is this guy that we found on YouTube. We're trying to talk to him. I have some links below on who he is, so if you want to check him out, you can. Yeah, but Eric's this I guess, interesting kind of nobody person we found. So yeah, and we're just talking about him. Joey's number says he makes $2 a month on Patreon. He can
definitely afford it with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do worry about Eric and like what his future holds. Like, you know, I've said I've like taken the piss out of him and wound him up in the past, but at the end of the day, he needs to realise that he's not going to be able to live at home for the rest of his life. He's not going to be able to make YouTube videos in the comfort of his bedroom for the rest of his life. Like, he needs to do something. Again, like, he's 31 now. He's going to be 32 next year.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a job in 10 years.
Do you think Eric's, I don't know, capable of being self-aware of his situation? Like, does he realize that he may need to get a job, or he's just thinking, oh, I know he's going to be there, or that kind of thing?
I think at the moment he's just in dreamland. Like, he just...
I mean, is he even capable of being self-aware of his situation, or is like...
I think he's
somebody to take care of him, I guess.
Yeah, he's just in his own bubble. Like, he's just got everything laid out for him. He lives in a nice house. He lives in a nice part of the world. He gets everything that he needs for him. Like, he goes on like these holidays. Like, he went to Hawaii a couple of years ago. He went to Disneyland, I think 6 years ago. He went to Las Vegas last year for his birthday. Didn't pay a penny.
Yeah. He's lucky in some ways, but it's also kind of a trap, as he doesn't really develop in a way. He just has to
yeah, he's just going to stagnate.
Yeah.
Like, in the past, he talked about making his own merch, and it's like, how are you going to sell merch when you've got 300 subscribers and like 10% of that probably watch your videos?
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, his ideas is like, I know. I remember he once made a video about how he's going to have 1 million subscribers, and it's like,
yeah,
you barely have 200, and when you do get subscribers and people comment, you don't like what they have to say.
Yeah, because in his head, he sees it one way, but to everybody else, like, you can just see through. He's got like these proper rose-tinted glasses on that are... The lenses are so thick he can't even see. And then there's us that can just see past it.
Yeah.
But it's just trying to get through to him and saying, like, Eric, like, you know, get a grip. You're not going to be this person that you expect. Like, if you haven't been successful in YouTube for 6-7 years, then keep doing it. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with making YouTube videos, but I think it's time to look at a different career path.
Yeah, well, I think Eric needs at least one career path. It's like something.
I mean, even if he gets like a job in like a store or something, just like working in a, you know, like a supermarket or something like that, or like a Walmart or something, just so he can just get a bit of money. Because like I said, he's not going to be able to live at home for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 25 and I still live at home, but over here it's so expensive to try and find a place of your own.
Yeah.
With the wages they pay you, it's a lot beneficial to stay at home and just save up. But I plan to move out within a couple of years. But with Eric, I just can't see that's going to happen.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like to have any sort of plan. I know he keeps on saying how he wants to be a bar back or a bartender, but I don't know. Especially in this Corona age, it's like, what's going to happen with the bar scene? Because it's like,
I mean, when he was telling me about it, I said, go for it. Like, but someone told him that he needed to have a license to be a bartender.
You need to go to bartending school and be licensed. That is.
Do you need a license? Because I mean, over here, you can turn 18 and you can go work in a pub or a bar or anything.
I believe so. Let me see. But it's like,
I think it might vary by state.
Yeah.
Really, I think it might be state determined.
All right. Oh wait. It says in California, there are no state regulations that require a server or bartender to be licensed in order to sell alcohol. Regardless of state regulations, some employers may still require bartenders to complete a bartending training program or course, such as the Licensee Education in Alcohol and Drugs program.
Yeah, I mean, he could do that easily.
Yeah. He could, but I don't know if he really has the motivation to do it. I don't know.
I reckon he's got the motivation. He just needs to get off his ass and just do it.
Yeah.
Because he's just in that same room probably every day, just watching movies and watching YouTube videos. And
oh yeah, he always mentions that he doesn't watch any male YouTubers. He always watches female YouTubers.
That's not entirely true. He does watch some male, but I think he predominantly watches females.
Yeah, that's what he's mentioned. Well, I remember one video he made an emphasis that he was not gay because he watched all these female YouTubers. That's one thing one thing that I've also noticed about Eric is that he constantly keeps on going about how he's straight, how he's very straight.
Oh yeah, he's the straightest thing going. Yeah. I think the most he's ever done with a girl, I think he's kissed a girl from what he's told me, and I think that's about it. I don't think he's ever had a girlfriend. I don't think.
Wait, he's actually kissed the girl, or just?
I think it was a club, and like she was drunk. I think. Again, this is from what he's told me. So.
Okay. Is his family religious?
I don't really think so. I don't think he goes to church because he probably would have told me enough. I think he believes in like that sort of stuff, but I don't really think he follows it up.
Yeah, because I think people have said he also kind of says homophobic things before, but it does seem like he has, I guess, improved his stance.
Yeah, I think he says like that he's not gay.
Yeah.
But I don't think he says. I don't think he's a homophobe. I don't think he's any of that. I think sometimes it may sort of come off that he's like that, but I don't think he's got any problem with anyone was gay.
Yeah.
Just as long as they're nowhere near him. But
yeah.
I mean, if I was gay, and again, no disrespect to Eric, I wouldn't touch him at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric's ideas are kind of. Yeah, the way he says things sometimes it's kind of I don't know, they don't translate well because I mean, who says like I only want female viewers? I don't want any males to view my videos. That kind of thing. It's like
yeah, he was quite a lot of that in the past.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think he's just sort of just got this outset if he's going to be with a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And like they're gonna come to him and they're gonna like do all this and that, and it's like it doesn't work like that, Eric.
Yeah, that is true. Has anyone ever done anything cruel to Eric, or?
He used to talk to this guy. I think he was called Joey. Obviously not the one in here, but
yeah,
he used to have a friend called Joey. I'm not sure if he's still friends with him now or not. But he used to like edit Eric's videos for him. He used to help him out. They met up a couple of times.
Have like a video editor.
Yeah, for a couple of videos. But I think those videos are gone now. Another video because those videos were like 18, 20 minutes long. But Joey could get through to Eric. He would say like, "You need to, do this and that with your life." I mean, I don't know what the difference was. Maybe because Eric had met him in real life. That may have been why.
Okay.
He saw it different, and I'm just another guy on the internet that just telling him how to live his life.
He probably thinks you're trolling him.
I think he's probably got past that stage now, thinking I'm trolling him. I mean, some of the things I do tell him are like genuine, like, you need to get a job, you need to get on with your life. You can't just sit behind can't sit at your desk all your life doing bugger all.
Yeah. But it does seem like, I don't know.
I mean, I do wish he would just do something with his life. I'm sure he could do something like amazing with himself, and like, he can do what he wants. He can get a girlfriend and then potentially a wife and have kids and live.
Yeah, maybe he lowered his standards or
big time,
or try to put women on a pedestal. Just just be simple, I guess. Don't go for a YouTuber or have this idea that someone's going to come to you. I guess he just has to put the work in.
Yeah, he's just got, as you say, he's just got these too higher expectations, and he just needs to tone it down. Not even a notch, like a bigger than that.
Yeah,
just needs to whittle down his expectations, and then maybe he can then get somewhere with his life. Otherwise, he's just going to be doing videos that are 10 minutes long for the rest of his life.
Yeah, no one's going to watch them.
No, because I mean, I'm looking at the one from today. Like, I am ready for October for a few reasons, and one of them is Halloween. And then even the title of the video goes into the comments.
Yeah.
And he's got like his list of day 1,130 of consecutive vlogging. See, like he's got all like his little countdowns.
Yes.
For everything, Instagram, YouTube. He's got Instagram on there twice. So there's 8 years on Instagram, just 10 years on Instagram. Jesus. I need to try and get him to do a live stream again. I need to try and convince him. Or like an Ask Eric, where we could just all ask him questions.
I mean, does he... All right, when people ask him questions, how much does he answer?
He'd go through the questions, like I would ask him about 50, 60 questions at a time, because, it was once a month and we just tried to get as much out of him as we could. He would probably answer about 70, 80%. I mean, some of the ones were inappropriate and I didn't expect him to answer, but I just like to see what he would say.
Yeah.
I think there's still one on the channel that he's got. But yeah, it's just like we keep going around. So it's just boring. It's just rambling shit about stuff
Sometimes
no one cares about.
Slog to get through his videos. Like he's got like over 1,000 videos, and I guess 90% isn't probably too good. So it's like, what do you have to watch? Like someone really needs to pinpoint what's there to watch with Eric sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like back in the day, he'd always ask me if I could like get his videos like more views than that, and I said, okay, I'll just post them on random websites. I did put one of his videos on 4chan once for a laugh to see what would happen, but
yeah.
And so I don't know if you've seen that video, the war with 4chan.
Yes.
That's got nothing to do with it. That was before my time.
War with 4chan and Jimmy Russell's.
Yeah, I don't think he knew what he was getting into then.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, I don't think he knew what he was getting into.
Wait, Eric deleted a lot of videos. Did he have a really popular video that just
No, I think he kept his most popular ones, because there's one about some YouTuber quitting. Yeah. That was always quite popular. His topless dance one, that was always quite popular.
Yes, his tutorial almost has 2,000 views. There's that one, I love females, decisions, women are always right relationship-wise and men are always wrong, that one.
Yeah, that one's always been about for a little while. There's a video that he sent to Jennifer Lawrence saying that he's not gay, he's the straightest guy you'll ever know.
Yeah.
His one true pairing is Ingrid Nielsen, whoever that is, who he wants to meet at VidCon.
Yeah, so... Yeah, but even those videos, they only have like 500 views. It's like...
Yeah, and they're some of his oldest as well.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe he'll get more popular. I don't know.
I mean, it would be a miracle if he does get if he does get popular, because I can't see it.
He's gonna get popular if he lets them troll him.
Because I mean, 6 years ago, he made a video saying, "I am, I think, 110 views away from 10,000 views." Yeah, 110 views away from 10,000 views, and that was 6 years ago. And he's now on 51,000. Yeah. So it seems over like a course of a year, he'll get 10,000 views somehow.
Yeah.
But I think it's sort of escalated as of late because I think people like yourself and the other stream people have found his videos. Like now he's got 1,000 on at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 videos. Like if he let the comments flow, I reckon people would stick around.
Yeah.
But the fact that he deletes all the comments, because I'm sure you've probably tried to comment and say some of the people in the chat here have probably tried to do the same.
Yeah.
That just is just a massive turn off.
Yeah, it's like people want interaction, and if you don't give people interaction, then it's like, what's the point? All you can do is just dislike the video, but that's it.
Because he would always reply to everyone in his comments, depending, even if it was a good or a bad comment, he'd still reply to you.
Yeah. But I think I've commented like a couple dozen times, but he's never responded. I guess that's more how Eric does comments these days. He just does not respond.
Yeah, he doesn't really respond unless it's like a nice comment. Then you ask him a question or something like that.
Or maybe he's a female YouTuber that he likes. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there are some like female bots that will always put a message in. That's always quite funny. Oh
yeah, you were mentioning this Joey guy. He did something cruel to Eric.
This Joey guy, he did lie quite a lot. Like we called him out a couple of times for some of the things he would say, and I think he would always lead Eric on saying that, "Oh yeah, you know, I'll get you to have all these subscribers." This is probably where Eric got like his weird fantasy from, because he would say, "Oh, you know, I'll get you with this YouTuber, you know, I'll get you to meet them like in a 1-to-1." And Eric was like, "Oh, this is great," sort of thing. Like he wouldn't have to do anything.
It would just come to him.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's what he sort of expects. But yeah, it wasn't too cruel, but he would lead him on.
So I guess nobody's really done anything too bad to him, because I guess regardless of what we think of Eric, he is a little self-aware of trolls. Like if things get too hot, he'll just delete the comments. Like he won't pay attention to them. So I guess the thing people like when they're trolling someone is that they like it when the person reacts to it. And Eric does react, but he doesn't react enough, I guess.
Yeah, he's like the perfect like sort of counter to a troll. Like he'll just completely ignore them. He'll delete his comments and he'll be like they were never there. Because he's done it to me a couple of times in the past. I'll leave a comment and they'll just block me. And I've wanted like a reply really badly and I wouldn't get anything. But yeah, like in the past he'd respond. But I think the biggest trigger is if you just called him gay. Yeah. Like you just spam his comments saying you're gay, you like this, you like that, you like men. Then you'd probably get a reaction out of it.
Then he'll say, "Oh, I'm the straightest guy ever. And don't you dare say that I wouldn't make a good parent." I think he made a video about how somebody said he wouldn't make a good fighter, and that really riled them up.
Yeah, that sounds something like Eric would get riled up about.
Yeah. But man, it's been... Is there anything else you would like to share about Eric?
I can't really think of much. I mean, again, it's just a shame that he deleted all his old videos, because it would be a lot easier to reference. I could say, "Oh yeah, just watch this video, he talks about it here. Watch this one, he talks about it there." But the fact that he's deleted them all, I really hope he's just unlisted them, but I do think he has deleted them. But I mean, I am making an archive of his videos now, because in case his channel ever gets deleted, like we've still got a little piece of Eric. to look at, and I would advise other people do it as well. Just download his videos and keep all the good ones.
Like he already did that highlighted compilation.
And he made a video of Eric watching Brokeback Mountain, and
that's one that really made him mad.
Yeah, I mean, because I sent Eric the link to it, and I said, "Oh, like, have you seen this?" And he was like, "No," and he watched it. He got pretty annoyed about it, but then he just shrugs it off. Like any time now, I say, because I've told him that you had a video about him looking at his videos, and I said, "Oh, have you seen this?" And he says, "Oh, don't watch it because whatever they say is not true." I'm like, "You haven't even seen it. It's just like you looking into his channel and you chatting with your viewers."
So he didn't even say anything about the other live stream I did?
No, he didn't say anything about that. He was just sort of saying, "Oh, whatever they say, it's not true." And I'm like, "What? Like you've never really watched it or anything?" Well, I haven't even subscribed to you. I've subscribed to you now. So do you just sort of upload sort of when and as you sort of feel like it, sort of thing?
Well, for the most part, I've been doing this streaming thing for a couple months now. Like before, I used to just do poetry, funny videos.
Yeah.
Now I've gone into streaming a bit. I guess talking to people. And
I mean, like, if you ever want me on again, just hit me up and we can sort of have a
that'd be fine. Yeah.
So you got quite a nice little viewer base as well. I mean,
yeah.
I see some people, they just have like a massive viewer base. It's like, how do you keep up with it?
Yeah.
You got your regulars there. So you got Joey, you got Dragon, Pixel. Who else is in the chat? Gaboko.
Big Spooky B. David checks me out. That Mari fellow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mari as well. So I'm sure you know who you got in there. Do you like stream any games, or do you just?
No, I don't really stream games. No, I just more doing the talking thing. But yeah, thank you for coming on.
That's all right. Have you got anything else planned for your stream, or was it just the interview with me?
I guess, just basically talk about Eric, pretty much.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, if anything big comes up, I'll be sure to let you know, just to keep you in the loop.
Well, where's the archive thing?
Oh, that's just on my computer. I've just got like no. I'll probably if he ever for some reason threatens to take his channel down, then I will just make an Eric Mchenry archive channel, and then I'll put them on there, and they'll be immortalized.
Okay, so I guess all the videos you have now are just backups, just in case.
Yeah, it's all the ones that I think are like his best videos,
like the last ditch effort. Like if he ever does. Actually,
because when he did it before, I was like, right, I need to save his videos and just save the best ones that he's got.
How many videos did he leave left?
So when he deleted the videos, he definitely had at least over 1,000 videos, and he definitely deleted about 700-800 of them.
So I guess only 200 were left or so.
Yeah, they were all the really boring ones. There were a couple in there that were fine, like the older videos that he's got, which I've got all in my archive folder. But I would suggest that anyone else that appreciates Eric's work, I guess, just download his videos and just save them somewhere, because you never know. Yeah. One day he could just disappear.
Yeah, one day he may decide, I don't want to be on Cringe anymore or whatever, and just take everything down, because he is somewhat self-aware in a way that, he's not going to let people, poke at him for too long, or that's what I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really think he cares. Yeah. I don't really think he cares that much.
It's just a little, he's just a little funny. I mean, it's like, you don't know where he's going, really. Like,
yeah, you don't really know where he's going with his life. don't really think he has a clue himself.
Yeah, it does seem like he does like being on YouTube and the attention he gets them, but at the same time, he just doesn't. Everything has to be on his terms, or
yeah, everything has to be done his way.
But I don't think he's gonna like fully leave.
No, I don't think he'd ever leave, but I reckon he may stop for a while.
Yeah,
which would be pretty
were
sad.
You surprised when he stopped for like 2 months?
Yeah, but in the old days when he's like, oh, I'm not going to upload anymore. Like I'm done being your entertainment, stuff like that.
Yeah, he said that kind of thing before. I think I've seen it. He says, "I'm done."
Yeah, and then he just comes back. Yeah, he's a strange one. He is a strange one.
Yeah, there is that fascination, I guess, in that sea of boringness that he sometimes piles up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything big from Eric in the near future. Like those days are gone. He just sort of gets on with it these days.
But his reactions were but when he in the past he just reacted, and that just
he reacted to everything.
So, that's the difference now. Now he reacts some of the time, but before he used to react all the time.
He reacted all the time. Like if he was called gay, if he was called out for something, he would react. But these days,
but he never really had like more subscribers than what he has now. It's not like
this is
like 500 subscribers, and then a bunch of them went away when he went away, or like.
No, this is the most he's ever had. Because I mean, like Hyperspace as well. When he made his channel, Jake, back in, I think it was about end of 2013, he had over 500, and we would laugh saying that we put in probably half the effort, and he got more subscribers than Eric, which was quite amusing.
Yeah.
And then he stopped making videos himself, which is disappointing because I thought he was doing quite a good job. Hyperspace making videos. I mean, his last one was 6 years ago. Anyway, 2014.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like yeah. So I guess Eric is pretty much right now kind of a niche in a way. He was always a niche. Maybe 5, 6, 7 people are following him, and now maybe it's increased to 10 or 11 or 12. But it's never been like
there's never been a mass following of him. It's just always been like a couple of people.
Because I do know like some people that have 30, 40 trolls following them around, or some people even have like a bigger troll base than that.
Yeah, it's like, again, when he deletes the comments, that's what just turns people away. They're just like, I can't get through to him. I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the thing.
I think Eric would be a lot bigger if he just let the trolls come and just troll him. Because like back in the day, he would get lots of views, he'd get lots of comments, but then after he just sort of switched off and he would just delete the comments, and that's when people just lost interest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. It's like, for a while I lost interest because there was no comments. I may just leave a random dislike, but it's like, what's the point? It's not like some sort of great philosopher. Or...
No, he just deletes them and just lives in his own little world.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, that's everything I've got on Eric for now. So just a shame all his old videos are gone, or it would be easier to reference. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think we got enough.
Yeah, but say if you ever want me back on in the future, just drop me a message on Twitter, and I'm sure we can have another topic.
Definitely, we can do something. Yes, I appreciate you coming on.
That's all right. That's all right.
I didn't expect so much on Eric.
No, I just thought I had to share.
Yeah.
It's a shame so Jake isn't there as well, because we would have just bounced off each other and just sort of. He probably knows. I think he probably knows about the same, but he could have told you more about how we discovered him.
Well, man,
all that time ago.
do more someday, like with him. Like if he
Yeah,
wants to
maybe. I mean, I'm seeing him in a couple of days anyway, so I could say, "Oh,
all right.
if you want to come on, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll talk about more of the origins of Eric."
Yes, we could do a little series on Eric Mchenry. God.
That'd be quite funny.
Yes. Hello, Callie. Callie came in and says, "Can I get a hello there?" So I'm saying hello to Callie. Carlos said a hello too. So I guess I'm saying, "Can I get a hello there to him too?"
I'll give them both a hello there. Hello there.
Yeah. Yes. Oh wow!
Give one an American accent and a British accent.
Either one, but somebody just messaged Eric on Instagram. He says, Joey messaged him. Says, "Who are you?" to Eric, and he goes, "I'm friends with Callum."
Oh God, I'm gonna get some messages now.
Joey.
Oh yep. I've had a message. Do I know someone called Joe Stabil?
Joe Stabile, I guess.
Stabil?
Yeah, I guess. Joey says, "Tell Callum to vouch for me, J. Andrew." Eric's gonna ask him about me. He's messaging me on Facebook. Oh wow. Vouch for him. He's not a bad person. He just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, he has just asked me, do I know who it is?
He said he was trying to comment on his videos earlier, but Eric was leading.
Yeah, probably got deleted.
Yes, but we're vouching for Joey. At least I am. Eric Mchenry. So wait, one question. How does Eric take to new people? Like that message him or whatever? Is he more close these days, or?
He'll always ask me if I know them for some reason or another. Like, he did used to be quite creepy. He would always sort of go through my friends list and he'll say, "Do you know this person or that person?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I work with them." And he'd be like, "Oh, what would you think if I, added them on Facebook and like talk to them?" I'm like, "No." Because then I'll get people at work being like, "Who the fuck is this Eric guy?"
Yeah.
And I don't really want that. So at one point he asked me if I had a sister, and I do, and I said yes. He said, "Oh, would it be okay if I like message?" I was like, "No, absolutely not."
Does Eric have? I had a question, but I kind of forgot. Does Eric have any siblings? That's the question.
I think he's got 2 brothers.
Okay. Does he say whether or not, like, what their jobs are or anything like that? Are they younger than him, older than him?
I think the 2 brothers of his. I think they're older.
Okay.
I don't know what they do. Also, Joey, I've just said to Eric that I've known you for a couple of years, so see what he says about that.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, Eric is currently messaging me on Instagram, so I'll stick around. I'll stick around for a bit longer.
Oh God.
See, this is the stuff that we need. This is what we need from Eric.
More interaction, I guess.
Yeah, I've just followed you as well, Joey on Instagram. If you wanna,
maybe I should message Eric as well.
Oh God, that'd be quite amusing.
Say that I'm a fan of his.
It's like he says he wants the fame, and then like when people message him and that, it'll always be like "go away" sort of thing. It's like, what do you want?
All right, I'm gonna say, "Hey Eric, I'm a fan of your YouTube videos. How are you doing today?" So you're gonna get a message about me now. So be prepared for that because I just messaged him on Instagram. Let's see what he says to me.
Joey, apparently you're not worth it to Eric.
What?
That's what he just said. Apparently, Joey is not worth it.
Why? Why's Joey not worth it?
That's why I've asked him. See what he says. Also, Eric says my name very weirdly as well. He says it like as Callum, but the proper pronunciation is Callum, and he could never say it properly. So to my friends, I'm always called Callum because of that.
He's not worth.
Apparently, Joe doesn't need any more friends.
What? I guess Joey said he was a big fan of his because I don't think he messaged that.
Chip away at it and see what he does.
So let's see if Eric says anything to me. Maybe he'll tell me to go away, or maybe he'll actually talk to me. I don't know. But, so, I'm guessing Eric's not that open these days with new people?
No, not really. I think if it was a woman, then it would be different.
Oh, okay. I guess, Joe, you need to make a fake girl account. Be Josephina.
Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah. So, Eric's definitely, I don't know, there's definitely some intrigue to him.
Yeah, you could definitely get something out of him. Now that you could probably message him personally,
yeah,
you could probably get something out of him. Yeah. Or Joey, I've said you can ask him a question. I've got you that. You can ask him a question.
Wait, ask him a question?
I just said to Eric, he probably just wants to ask you a question. He says, then he can ask it.
Okay. Okay, so Joey, go ask your question.
But he doesn't want to be your friend, though. No disrespect.
No, I didn't. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I think... Joey, did you message him on Facebook or Instagram? Because I messaged him on... Oh, wait. Okay. So, what Joey said to me, he says, Eric said, why are you in Iowa then? And Joey goes, online friends. He told me you're a cool dude, so I watched some of your videos. Let me check with him. And he said, okay, so... Yeah. Do people message him a lot?
I don't think so. I think he normally would message out to people unless it's you guys that would just reach out to him just to sort of troll him, in a sense.
Yeah. Joey said he messaged him on Facebook. I just messaged him on Instagram. So, may take a while, but I'm sure Joey will get somewhere. Maybe. Who knows? It all depends on Eric's mood. Is Eric moody or is he
It's his own unique mood, really. I don't think he ever gets moody. Just in his own world of his own.
Okay. I think that's. Okay, I think that's about it. I mean, we've pretty much covered all the basics with Eric McHenry, unless you have something else to add.
Not really. I'm trying to get him to do a live stream soon, which would be fun.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the odds of that are astronomical. Because he would say, oh, you've got to make sure you bring, 10 women to it.
10 women. I guess people can make fake women accounts.
Yeah, you could do that. Oh, another funny thing we did do years ago, the guy from Epic Mealtime, the one with the beard and he's always drunk. We made a fake account of him, and we got him to go in his live stream at one time, and he actually believed it was him. I've got a clip where he just goes "Holy smokes!" I didn't think to get anything more.
Oh wow.
Back when we used to use our prime ministers as as my picture is one of our deputy prime ministers with a blunt and bloody glasses, and David Cameron as well. My other friend used to have one, pretty much him in the same.
Okay, so Joey asked him a question. Who do you think will win the World Series? And Eric goes, I don't care. And Joey goes, well, I guess the Giants didn't make the playoffs, so let me see. So maybe that's why he's not really happy about that.
I think the way I see Eric in sports, he's just a bit of a glory hunter. Sort of he'll support the team that's winning.
Yeah.
Because with football over here, he supports Liverpool and they won everything last season. So he's like, how's Liverpool doing? It's you don't even know any of their players. I'm
surprised he doesn't follow Real Madrid or AC Milan or Barcelona.
Well, AC Milan aren't as good as they used to be.
Yeah. But their name, I guess that's...
Yeah, they're a big name in, as you say, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, Man United. I don't know what the biggest team to you that you've probably ever heard of is.
Oh, Manchester United. That's probably the biggest one I've heard of. But I know, Real Madrid, Barcelona, AC Milan, those are, the legacy ones.
Yeah, it's for me, it's sort of in American sports, you got the New England Patriots, you got the New York Yankees, you got the Miami Heat, Dallas Cowboys. I do follow NFL. I do support the Dolphins of all teams.
Yeah.
Only because I've been to the state of Miami. And it reminds me of the soccer team I support, because we used to be called the Dolphins, my soccer team, and then we changed to the Seagulls.
I'm surprised you don't support the Jacksonville Jaguars, since they're always playing up there.
Oh yeah, they're always over here, aren't they?
Yeah. Yes.
That's why you don't support them.
Yeah, some people even think that they may move to London for some odd reason, that the NFL will probably just put one team to London.
Yeah, they did want to do that. They wanted to have a London team that competed in the NFL, but what's the point? No one would go to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's also complicated, because then teams would have to have 5-hour flights all the time.
Yeah, especially if you got teams flying in from San Francisco and LA and San Diego, like the Chargers or even now the Raiders, now they're in Vegas.
Yeah. I guess Eric doesn't care about them anymore, since they're now in Vegas, out of the biggest Bay Area.
That's one thing I've never gotten in American sports, and so we could probably save this for another time, but what's your opinion on sports teams just having the owner of it just get up and move?
Honestly, that's not really a big deal, because it's I mean, you can pretty much watch teams on your apps. You can watch them on your phone. You don't need to be in the area to root for a team.
Yeah, because over here, like every town, every village, every city has their own like soccer team, football team. Every single one, like my town's got one. The town next to me's got one. I mean, I guess sort of like you'd have like a American football team, and say you probably got one in the town you probably live in, but over here it's like the lifeblood of a place. Like if you take it away, the fans have a massive uproar because it's their club.
Yeah.
Because over here, you know, you haven't got your 32 teams. You've got hundreds, thousands of teams. Like our football league, you've got like 92 teams, and then it goes down and it gets like literally, I think there's like tens of thousands of teams. They're all in the same sort of league system. And you take a team out of it and people get angry, which I quite agree with.
I guess here it may depend on the teams, but I think most people would like get over it. I mean, if the Dallas Cowboys decided for some odd reason to move to like, I don't know, Los Angeles, like people would still like the Cowboys because the fans are all over the place. I guess it depends on the team.
Yeah, I think, say again with NFL, it's a lot smaller because I'm sure some people, probably like the Cardinals, the whole of Arizona will follow them, and probably like the Oakland Raiders, the whole of Nevada will probably.
Yeah, when the Oakland Raiders, were in Oakland for a long time. But they actually moved to Los Angeles. That's a weird thing, but it's like, even though there may have been some sort of uproar or whatever, people may have been annoyed about it, they did go on with their lives, you know. They probably still root for them. And today it's much easier to root for a team if they move. If you're in Oakland, you can still watch them on, I know, like your satellite TV or your NFL package or your apps. I mean, it's not that hard, like in the old days, to follow a team. If they move, you can just watch them wherever.
Yeah. I do like American football. Like quite a lot of people over here bash it, but I think you got some people commenting in the chat. Lucky there. Yeah,
Lucky Chucky, welcome. He told me, "Hey, did you watch the debate last night, bro?" I did, and it was a mess. Joey says, "I think I'm being ignored right now." Yes, Eric Mchenry is ignoring you, Joey. Lucky I just got to your comment, but yeah, we were talking about this YouTuber called Eric Mchenry. I had some links in the description. He is kind of an interesting fellow, makes YouTube videos every day, but also kind of boring.
And now I've just gone into the tangent of sports.
Yeah. So, the thing is, Eric, I did link to his highlight video, so you don't have to scour through all of his videos, Lucky Chucky, because he can definitely get a bit dull. I mean, he does have gems, but it can be a challenge sometimes. But there's some weird interest to him.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. All right, so do we have anything else to say about Eric?
No, not for the moment. Say again, if I hear anything from him that's funny or needs sharing, I definitely will.
Okay.
Do you think you guys know?
He'll watch this stream?
I highly doubt it. If I tell him I was on it, but then again, if I let him know that I was on it and some of the stuff that I've said, he'll probably get the right arse. So I think it's probably best we just leave it. And if he finds it on his own, he finds it on his own. If not,
I'm not gonna go tell him because he never really talks to me in the comments anyway. Yeah.
No.
Because I comment like I said before, I comment half a dozen times, but he's never said anything to me back.
No, yeah, if he finds it on his own, he finds it on his own. I highly doubt he will, but
but who knows? You never know.
It's down to him.
Lucky Chucky says, yeah, the debates were a mess. Yes, they definitely were a mess. It was Trump kept interrupting and kept fighting with Biden and the moderator, and yes, it was a mess.
Oh, that moderator was shit. He just let it happen.
All right, my opinion is if you're going into that debate undecided, it's pretty much like I don't think you were convinced either way, unless you saw that Trump was too wild for you, so you're now going to like Biden. But it's mostly like, I mean, if you're really looking for them to talk about the issues and all that, it was like, damn, it's like, what can you get out of it? Because there was nothing but interruptions and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, from what I saw of it, I mean, again, I didn't really take too much care, but I was sort of just watching it for just Trump just doing what Trump does best and just chat a load of shit.
Yeah.
But just watching it, the way Trump does debates, he'll get asked a question and then he won't answer it. He'll talk around the question and then he's quite smart at doing it as well. And then he'll ask a question to whoever asked in the previous question, and then they forget about it because they're too busy answering his question. He's a very good talker. He's a very, very good talker. But I think with Biden, he's too reliant on talking to the camera, talking to the people at home.
Well, what I heard is like what Biden tried to portray, that he's a man of the people, you know, just like he's trying, you know, not to argue, but more or less just look into the camera and talk to the people and just say that he's on their side. I guess that's what I heard.
Yeah, he just wants to dig probably America out of the hole that it's in. I mean, I don't know how bad it is over there at the moment. It's a bit like with our government. Like, we've had about 3 elections in the last 4 years, and it was only because the main party, the Conservatives, who were like your rich upper class snobs, wanted to destroy all the other parties, and they did it successfully.
Yeah.
They nearly lost out. The second election we had in the last 4 years, they nearly lost it. It sort of was almost like a hung parliament, like two. Like, imagine saying like the Democrats and the Republicans holding, you know, a 50-50 of the Senate and the Supreme Court. That nearly happened over here, and they nearly lost everything that they tried to do. But then the election last year, they just completely destroyed the Labour Party, who I guess is probably the Republicans, I think.
Yeah.
Trying to compare them, sort of like your left. Was that what's the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans? Who's left and who's right?
The Democrats are more leftist, and the Republicans are more right wing.
Oh, okay, so yeah, the Labour Party's more like the Democrats.
Yeah.
I'd say they were completely destroyed.
Yeah, the Republicans are conservative, and the Democrats are more liberals.
Yeah, and that's what the I think that's what Trump's tried to do. He's tried to replicate. He's trying to buy out all the other individual. We'll say you've got like a two horse race all the time. Over here, there's loads of different parties, and they can win seats in different areas. Like, I guess you've got your states. Over here, we got like counties and councils, and each individual council can win a seat.
Yeah.
And it may not be like a main party. It could be like an independent candidate or like a smaller party.
Yes. Well, here's pretty much a 2-party race for the most part. On occasion, maybe a third party will get into a local election, but it's mostly Democrat or Republican for the most part.
Is either one or the other.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get an independent, like senator or something like that, but it's usually either or for the most part. Lucky Chucky says, well, Biden may be different in private. That could be true. And he also say Biden didn't even say enough. And I guess that could be. I mean, I think Biden didn't do too great, but he did just enough. And when you compare him to Trump, it's just better. It may not be the greatest performance, but it's just better than Trump. And I guess that's what people kind of want at this point, just better. Not great. They just want something that's a little more normal instead of Trump.
Yeah, I think the issue with this, it's pretty much the same as the 2016 election. Like, it's who's not the worst, because Hillary wasn't very good and Trump's not very good, but it's like, who do you pick out of the two? It's a bit like the same again, like who do you pick out of the bad bunch? Do you pick Biden or do you pick Trump again for 4 years?
I think the thing with Biden is people like him a little better than Hillary. People really did not like Hillary, but people kind of like Biden a bit more, so that may be helpful this time around.
Yeah. I think probably the best thing for the states at the moment is just to have Trump do another 4 years, because if Biden comes in, he's probably just going to undo everything that Trump's done. So it's just going to send your country back 4 years.
But the thing is, like, people kind of fear that Trump will just do worse things that may be more difficult to.
Because he does like to talk the talk, Trump. He'll always say, "Oh, we've done this, we've done that," but there's never any evidence. There's never any statistics. There's never any "Oh, look, this is what we've done," and just shows like people the evidence for it.
I guess the thing is, like, his handling of the coronavirus wasn't really good, and if there's another crisis, people kind of fear that it won't go so good because Trump may not listen to the right people. Because, like, right now there's about over 200,000 dead, and Trump didn't prepare. Like, even when he knew that something might happen, he just didn't prepare. So I guess that's what some people are also kind of scared of.
It's just, it's the same over here. Like, the party that's in charge over here is that they just sort of swept it under the rug until about, I think it was March, April time, when we had the lockdown. And
didn't the country really change its tune when Boris Johnson got sick and he got really scared that he might die, actually?
Yeah, there was quite a scare that people thought he would die, and the sad thing is, and it was quite disgraceful from some of our people saying that, "Oh, I hope he dies, I hope Corona actually kills him." Like, no. Regardless of what you think of the man, you got to get behind him, because he was expecting a child at the time. Like, it's like don't be a twat, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure if Trump got coronavirus and got really ill off it, you wouldn't slate him. You would just sort of back him, saying, "Oh, I wish you get better than that." And then maybe he would, because I think that's how it took a bit of a U-turn. It sort of became more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
Because he had it. And I mean, yeah, he could have nearly died from it. He may have not. That's sort of a bit.
But I guess it kind of changed his tune. And like, before he was shaking everybody's hands, he wasn't being careful.
I mean, the big bit of karma that everyone's saying that he had, and the realization is that I think it was a week or so before, he was saying that nurses and people that work for the NHS were not essential workers, but then he contracted the virus, and he was then looked after by nurses and all these care workers. So he thought it was a bit of like a bitter pill for him to swallow.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, just a bit of karma, really. It's like, you sort of deserve that, saying that all these people aren't, essential workers and that.
The thing with Trump is, like, if something that happened to him like that, it's like, we don't know if he'll actually learn. He might just try to downplay everything, just be a tough guy, not really learn from his mistakes. And I think that's kind of the problem with Trump, is he does not learn from his mistakes. And that's not really...
He's very good at pushing the blame onto someone else. I have noticed that. He'll blame China, or he'll blame the Russians, or he'll blame, anyone that isn't him.
Yeah.
The Mexicans, anyone.
Yeah. And it's a problem, because sometimes in government you kind of need them to learn from their mistakes.
Oh yeah, everyone makes mistakes, and say, if you're the president or prime minister or whatever, you're going to make mistakes. It's just how you go, how you work on from it. Mm-hmm. It's just a shame, as like a human race, how we all just can't come together as one people and just progress as a race, and not individual countries. But the human mind doesn't allow it. Yeah,
it's true. I know people are selfish, and to kind of look for themselves, and I know it's
just too diverse of a species these days.
Yeah.
And say with all your Black Lives Matter stuff as well, and George Floyd. I mean, and say white supremacy and stuff like that. I mean, it's a complete disgrace that happened and that. But when it came over here, I thought, A, it's none of our business, and B, people over here rarely ever get shot. Like, I think we have probably 1 or 2 shootings a year.
Well, aren't police and guns a little different there?
Yeah, I mean, I think killing is the last resort, because the last time we had sort of an incident where we had sort of like a George Floyd, I think it was back in 2011. I don't know if you saw it, but like the Tottenham riots and people were setting shops on fire and stuff like that. But the thing is with that is that, yeah, you're making a point, you're protesting, but you're just causing collateral damage. You're pissing off the people that you want their support from. Because, you know, if you're burning down someone's business, and some of these people were black, they were burning down their businesses in some of the poorest areas of London, and they're like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're trying to support black people, but you're burning their businesses down.
Yeah, that does get lost sometimes.
And like, I don't know as well if you've heard of Extinction Rebellion as well. I don't know if it's big. So it's basically these, I would say they're extremists, but they're these people that like a climate change group. And they chain themselves, they like handcuff themselves to like the tops of underground trains when people are trying to get to work.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to gain support, but how can you gain support from the people that you're aimed at when you're stopping them from doing their daily things? Like, they need to go to work to put food on the table with their family, and they can't do that. How are you supposed to get support from them? It's just, I mean, this is definitely something we could talk about another time.
Yeah, I guess people just want the attention to their cause, and they feel like, I don't know, blocking away is the way to go, because it's like people notice that, I don't know, it's just, I guess people want to get their message out, but sometimes they don't know the right way to do it.
I think you got another question there from Lucky.
What do you think of Greta Thunberg, that little Sweden girl, I guess?
The thing is with her is that, like, again, she's another talker. I've always seen her talking, saying, "Oh, you're ruining our future, you're ruining our lives," but she never does anything about it. She's not going out and planting trees. She's not going out, trying to save the world. She just goes to. Would she go to the UN and just spoke to them? It's like you're just complaining. You probably flew on a jet that's guzzled out petrol and it polluted the atmosphere.
Wait a minute, didn't she take a boat?
She might have done, I don't know, but
I think she took a boat to travel sometimes. She said, all right, reading up, she said she refuses to fly because of the carbon emissions of the airline industry, and the trip was announced as carbon neutral.
That's fair enough then, but like, she goes to these places and just says, like, you need to do this and that. And I remember watching an interview with, I think it was Putin. He was talking about it. He says, what she's doing is great. People need to be made aware that climate change is a big issue. But as a child, she doesn't really understand how, the way countries work, how you can't just go from you're polluting the atmosphere one day and then the next day that you're not. It takes time. It takes a lot of planning.
I guess what people fear is that we're running out of time, and it's like they don't fully know the damage that is being done to the planet. So it's like you're trying to pinpoint how much time you have left. I mean, if you have a lot of time left, then of course you can plan it out. But if you don't have time left and the planet somehow becomes more unstable, then it's like you kind of have to hurry. But no one knows the full length of what is going on. But it's like,
yeah, because I think with one of the reasons why Trump doesn't really care about climate change is that he'll be dead in 15, 20 years, and he won't have to worry about it. It'll be our children and our children's children that will have to worry about it. Because I'm probably by the time we're about to kick the bucket, so to speak, we'll probably be seeing the worst of it. But then it's our generations after that have to then put up with it. I mean, I drive a car, but I'll walk to most places if I can.
Yeah.
Like I sort of do my bit. Probably not as much as what some people do, but so some of these organisations, they'll be like, oh, climate change is this and that, but then they'll scoot off again in their cars or their taxis.
Yeah.
And they're this and that, and it's like you just sort of contradicted what you're doing.
Like the
Tesla.
Those kind of cars, they're clean, but also very expensive, so not everyone can afford them yet.
No. Well, I think Elon Musk, he wants them to be affordable for everyone. Because there's quite a lot of people that dislike Elon Musk. I mean, I don't really see what he's done wrong. Like, you know, he's pioneering this new age of like space travel and say electric cars. The people are just giving him grief. Like, one way we're going to survive is if we have to get off this planet. We have to go to places like Mars and the Moon and colonize it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what people want, to explore space. Maybe we'll get there permanently one day.
I think they plan to have people on like a Mars base in the next 15 to 20 years. But I think they're going to do the Moon first.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't really make sense doing Mars and then the Moon.
Yeah. Wow, how did we get here from Eric Mchenry? Does Eric even
talking about politics?
Does Eric even say political things?
He hates Trump, I know that. I think he voted Hillary in the last election, but
yeah, now that I remember, I think he mentioned something like that, but he doesn't really talk about politics that much.
No, he never says who he's going to vote for. I mean, I don't blame him, but
I think he talks more about his movies and his.
Oh yeah, he loves his movies as long as they don't get taken away.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you know when the next debate happens, and if you want to have a little, have a little debate about that. You could do that.
Sure.
So, I mean, I quite enjoy seeing politics from around the world. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
We've been going at this for 2 hours as well, haven't we?
Yeah. So, do we have anything else to say about Eric? I think I've said that a couple of times.
Yeah, no, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah. Well, it was a nice time. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we'll definitely come back on if you want me back on. Just drop me a message, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Yes. All right, I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you for everyone that watched and listened. Have a good night.